Go!
Walk!
Jump!
Climb!
Bounce!
Smart moves!
Run!
Hop!
Leap!
Swing!
Skip!
Super fun!
Fly!
March!
Paddle!
Swim!
Dance!
Activity Works!
Welcome to Activity Works. Let's stand up, stretch your arms out to your sides, and move them forward and backward. If you touch anybody or anything, please move away from the person or object. This is your activity workspace. Please stay in it at all times. Keep your hands to yourself and don't move into anyone else's activity workspace. Remember, boys and girls, if you ever feel that the activity we're doing is too hard, feel free to walk very slowly in place or sit down if you really need to.
Today, we're going to take a 10-minute walk across the entire United States. We have a long walk ahead of us, and there are lots of great things to see. So let's start walking in place to the beat of the music. The first thing we're going to see is the Statue of Liberty in New York City. Did you know that the Statue of Liberty was a gift from France? While walking, let's pretend we're holding the torch over our head with our right hand. Now let's make small circles over our head. Now pass the torch to your left hand and hold it over your head. Remember to keep walking. Let's make small circles over our head again. Fantastic! Let's lower our arms and continue walking in place. Since we're already in New York, we can cross the Brooklyn Bridge, which connects the boroughs of Manhattan and Brooklyn. Wouldn't it be fun to pretend that the bridge is a thin rope that we have to cross? Let's put our arms out to the side so we can keep our balance and start crossing the bridge. Walk in place and be careful. Whatever you do, don't look down. We're really high up. Keep walking and don't fall. Excellent work, kids.
Let's continue walking as we head south to Philadelphia, where we'll find the Liberty Bell, one of America's symbols of independence. The Liberty Bell has a big crack in it, but no one really knows for sure how it got there. Let's make a bell shape with our arms and pretend that we're ringing bells. First, let's step to one side and say ding, and then we'll step to the other side and say dong. Let's ring 15 times. Ready? Ding dong, 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 ding dong. Nice work, kids.
Let's start walking again to the beat of the music as we head to Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States. Look, kids, it's the Washington Monument, which was built as a tribute to George Washington, our first president. It's really tall, so let's pretend to climb a long rope all the way to the top. The rope's right in front of you, so start climbing. Put one hand over the other and remember, keep walking to help you climb the rope. Keep climbing, kids. We're almost there. Great job. We made it. Let's walk in place to our second stop in Washington, D.C., the White House. This is where the president lives.
Let's skip in place over to the West Wing, where we can see the president's Oval Office. That's it, kids. Keep skipping. Fantastic! Now we're in the corridor of the West Wing, and let's pretend that it's a giant hopscotch board. Jump back and forth from 1 foot to 2 feet, just like you would in hopscotch. 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 foot. Faster now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we made it! That was fun!
Now continue to walk in place as we go west to St. Louis, Missouri and the Gateway Arch. It looks like a huge upside-down U. It's actually the world's tallest monument. Let's pretend the arch is a giant roller coaster. Hold the imaginary bar in front of you as we walk to the beat of the music and ride up one side. Make the click, click, click sound roller coasters usually make. Click, 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 click. We're getting close to the top. And we're at the top. Now put your arms over your head and shake your arms as we go down the big hill in front of us. Remember to keep walking and stay in your activity workspace. Let's say ah as we're going down the hill. Ah! We're almost at the bottom. And the ride is over. Terrific work, kids. Wow, that was great fun.
Let's jog in place to the beat of the music as we head over to that huge river in front of us. Remember, if you ever feel that the activity we're doing is too hard, feel free to walk very slowly in place or sit down if you really need to. That's the Mississippi River. It starts in Minnesota and flows south through 10 states. It's the second longest river in the United States. Keep jogging, kids. Great. Now, as you walk in place, let's get in our canoe and paddle south down the river. Start by paddling to your right. Remember to walk in place while paddling. Stay with the beat of the music. Keep paddling. Very good. Now paddle to your left. Keep going. Excellent work, kids.
Let's walk north to South Dakota, home of Mount Rushmore, where a gigantic rock sculpture has been carved into the side of the mountain with images of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln, all former presidents of the United States. Let's make up our own presidential fitness test. Keep walking, and when I say George Washington, shake your right arm. When I say Thomas Jefferson, shake your left arm. When I say Theodore Roosevelt, snap your fingers. And when I say Abraham Lincoln, clap your hands. And remember to keep walking. Ready? George Washington, shake your right arm, remember? Thomas Jefferson, shake your left arm. Theodore Roosevelt, snap your fingers. And Abraham Lincoln, clap your hands. Great work, kids. Now I'm just gonna say the name. Try to remember the activity associated with each president. Ready? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Great job!
Now let's continue walking as we head southwest towards Arizona, the home of the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is a big chasm in the ground formed by a river. Let's pretend that there are monkey bars all the way across. It's 18 miles wide. So let's begin. Make sure that as you reach for the bars, you go back and forth between your right and left hand and continue to walk in place. 18 miles is a long way to go. Keep going, kids. We're getting close. And we made it all the way across. Very impressive. Now let's walk northwest to San Francisco, California and the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is the second longest suspension bridge in the whole United States. Let's pretend that we're eagles and fly across the entire bridge. Flap your arms as you walk. You made it! Great job!
Now we'll walk in place as we head north to our last stop before we go back to New York City. We're in Seattle, Washington, home of the Space Needle. It's more than 600 feet tall. Let's pretend that we're walking up 15 big stairs that will take us all the way to the top. The stairs are really big, so we need to bring our knees up really high. Remember to hold onto the railing with both hands. Let's count as we climb the stairs. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice job, kids. Now it's time to head east to New York City where we began our adventure. So let's walk through Idaho. Now we're in Wyoming. We're in Nebraska now, and we're passing through Iowa.
Now we're in Illinois. Chicago is a city in Illinois, and it's known as the Windy City. Pretend that you were being blown around by the wind in slow motion. Feel free to make funny faces. Go ahead, kids. Blow in the wind. Your arms should be swaying about, but remember, in slow motion. Phew! We're finally out of Illinois. Now we are walking through Indiana and Ohio and Pennsylvania to New York, and we're finally back at school. All the other classes are taking tests, so we will have to tiptoe down the hallway. Remind all of your classmates to stay quiet by saying, "Shh." Now we're back in the classroom. That was fun. Wasn't that a great trip?
Let's finish up with a quick stretch. Ready, everyone? Slowly raise your body up on tiptoes and hold the stretch. Gently lower your heels down. Again, slowly raise yourself up on tiptoes and hold the stretch. Gently lower your heels. Now, stand with your feet apart and knees slightly bent and hands at your sides. Slowly lift your arms at your sides straight over your head as you reach for the sky. Hold your stretch. Now slowly lower your arms straight out in front of your body. Continue to move your arms to the sides and around behind your back and clasp your hands. Now slowly lift your arms just a bit and look up just a little and hold the stretch. Now unclasp your hands and let them move slowly to the front. Hold them straight out in front of you with palms facing outwards as if you were pushing something away from you. Hold the stretch. Now gently lower your hands to your sides. Excellent work, kids.
We hope you enjoyed yourselves. See you again soon. And remember, for smart moves and super fun, Activity Works.
Go, walk, jump, climb, bounce. Smart moves. Run, hop, leap, swing, skip. Super fun. Fly, march, paddle, swim, dance.